truth body, Buddhas of truth body, Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Buddhas the pure form body, and Nirmanakaya, and the Buddha's manifestation body. So these are the three, the three kayas, only different aspects. But these are the three is not different, not totally is different or separately, cannot exist. It must be is one point or one test, the three kayas. But it's a different aspect. So therefore, there's a fourth kaya. Sometimes we say Svabha Vikakaya, the nature body. So nature body means the embodiment of Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. So inseparability in one pointed nature body, that is we say is Svabha Vikakaya. It's the fourth kaya. So only different aspect, but this point same. So therefore this funnel, when we will be achievement state of Buddhahood, that times must be we are also attainment state of these four kayas. That is the final result. Completely the enlightenment of Buddhahood. That is missing one kaya of these five or these four. There's no possible. There's no possibilities. Only one kaya, two kaya, or it says only. It's no possible. One is there, and then other is there. Because it's one test. One test, and the different aspect only is. So, in this way, can't like we can say fully repent result of Buddhas of the form body. And Buddha's true nature body, maybe we can say completely liberated from of the obscurations. There's two different aspects. We can say, from the world, we can say this. But in fact, the reality, if we want talking about nature, where we can say it's fully repent result. That's not repent. If this before yet not repent, and one day is when we completed the needed cause conditions, and then is resolving the result, the fruitions, as one day fully repent. That is not really correct of the uncompounded phenomena. That cannot be uncompounded phenomena. That must become still as compounded phenomena. Then is contradictory. Contradictions coming. Then is unchangeable. That's not unchangeable. And then that is Buddha's kaya must be changeable, must be something is a detectable object, something So cannot be undetectable object. So many there's problems, So there's no possibility, no possible. So therefore if you understand the final result is as unborn nature. The final result is as a including of aspect of great permanent, or including about of the uncontaminated, uncontaminated aggregates, or about of uncompounded phenomena, and that means should be have to and sense from beginningless born nature is as kaya, 3 kaya or 4, rather doesn't matter. Final Buddha's body must be existent sense from beginningless from ordinary nature mind. But this little bit complicated to understand. The meaning is very deep. The point meaning is that very hard to fathom. The point this. But we must be this way. We need to understand. So of course, even though instead of the philosophy of the Tibetan, there's a little bit different the traditions, and also have a division about this part, a little bit. Therefore, of course, for new people listening about this little bit, I think is a complicated to thinking about it. But however, that is only the point, the way. So what I'm talking in that means is, and this logic is, we mentioned the first day here, if from ordinary beings comes the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, ordinary being, the enlightenment beings, It's possibilities of the source from the ordinary is at the source. The ordinary mind is at the source. That means is the Buddha nature. Buddha nature is at the source. That's only the way. So then must be is this the fully the repentant result. What we understand Buddha's the final body must be the Buddha's final quality. Maybe this is better. Say body before you feel. Buddha's form is not different, but same the body and the quality. But anyway, Buddha's final quality, sense must be born ordinaries, and that nature mind is as quality, as Buddha's quality is there, so already there. So otherwise, is the Buddha's quality is one day is newly born, and the newly born is clear. That means it's a compounded phenomena. That means it will be change, must be, because created by the cause and conditions, It's normal, like fruit, same, there's no difference, So some can be long life, some is short life, but it doesn't matter, same point, So cannot. So therefore, is born nature is spontaneously, so all the qualities, Buddha's qualities of the Dharmakaya and Buddha's, even though Buddha's qualities of the Sambhogakaya also is according we talking at the definitive truth, and definitively naturally must be its existent sense from beginningless or from the Buddha nature, not only the seed of Buddha's there only. We say usually it's a common word as everybody says Buddha, the essence of Buddha nature. It means the seed of Buddha, but not the repent of Buddha, fully. But it's according like this we're talking now upon, then it must be all the qualities already, pervading Buddha's qualities is pervading to equally all the sentient beings' nature. Mind nature is as Buddha's quality. But then again is the question, doubt or mention you maybe first here, and then is what is difference from ordinary and to of extraordinary, because everything's Buddha's qualities already from ordinary's nature mind, and then what is different? And then why ordinary doesn't work like Buddha? Buddha like doesn't, is a benefit to sentient beings yet, many the questions is coming, the doubt is they're coming. But does not mean is the Dharma sphere having different levels. Does not mean is the Buddha nature as there's having different qualities. That's not the point. But the point is the sentient beings different level. Sentient beings nature and sentient being is different, Buddha nature is sentient beings. We're talking nature of sentient being, But the nature is obscured by the sentient beings' perception, So sentient beings' perception is not Buddha nature, Buddha nature is the essence of the sentient beings' mind, So, in this way there's obscuration of the delusion having different levels. Very thick, the thick layer, the stance of the obscurations obscure to the reality. That is very ordinary, with the ignorant, with the too dualistic grasping mind, with very strong desire, anger, ignorant, jealousy, hatred, harmful thought, harming mind, so on. It's very ordinary, very ordinary. That's one thing. And then even in I'm saying very ordinary, but inside in the ordinary, very ordinary, still is have different level. The obscurations, like very, the obscurations is the thick layer, and they are born in the hell realm, hungry ghost realm, and animal realm beings. They are, as unfortunate three lower realm beings have, even though chance opportunity to experiencing about the upper realm being like what we have, they have no chance to see, Many lower realm beings even have no chance to hear about these upper realm beings, Forgot to having experiencing, but even have no listen, the chance, because the obscuration, totally obscured of compare of unfortunate. This upper realm is compared to the lower realm. We can say pure land. Say pure land totally is a compare lower realm like hell realm beings, hungry ghost realm beings. You compare to them, and then our realm is totally like pure land. It's a pure land, We can say actually it's pure ground land. We can say it's substitution. compare lower realm. That means is compare in the lower realm beings, we are very less the obscurations. That is why we have no experiencing, we not need experiencing about the burning and the heating from the heat and suffering of burning and the suffering of the heat from the hell realm, because we have not these kind of obscurations. We at the moments we have free from this obscuration. Therefore, as the moments is we are freedom from the experiencings of these kind of hell realm beings. But those hell realm beings have not yet freedom such of the thick layer of the obscuration, so therefore they have no chance to experiencing even the upper realm beings like us. They're only experiencing the suffering of heat and cold, everything, or so on. Even I'm talking inside samsara also is a different level, even in the ordinary very. That is why sixth realm is coming. And briefly we can division into six realm, six different count of the groups in samsara. And then these very ordinary, the obscuration of ignorant and delusions and the karmas, when they completely is destroyed or purified, the gross level obscuration of delusion, the gross level of karma, the gross level of the ignorant, when they completely, found the antidote, the wisdom to realization, selflessness, self. And by this, and then as they accumulated merits and wisdom enough strong, and then they can achieve and part of seeing Arya being, become Arya being, not ordinary being, we say Arya being, noble being, we can say supreme being, we can say something holy being, something, qualified being, very qualified being, but still not Buddha. Yet we not yet call it Buddha. We say Arya being, not Buddha. It's not real Buddha yet. That's the middle level. Still, because why not yet called Buddha? Because still is there the imprint, the obscurations or previews, the ignorant delusions, afflictive emotions, and the obscuration to the omniscient mind still is with. Not completely yet pure. Everything's still. Compare Buddha, still unpure. And compared to the ordinary beings, very pure. That is the middle level. And then is the end, finally, from first ground Bhumi, the achievement of first ground of Bodhisattva's path, and the 10th ground Bhumi, that is Bodhisattva's path of meditation. At the end, finally, there will be completely, when the freedom or completely is purified, cleansed, even though the imprint of the obscuration of delusion, ignorant, and the omniscient, obscuration to the omniscient, and then it will be attainment path of no more learning, no more studying, because there are no more any obscurations. Therefore, no need learning no need to find some antidote, because there's no object of abandonment. Therefore, there's no possible is bring some new antidote. There's no makes sense, right? That's why there's no more learning. As long as yet not pure enough, then we need to find some antidote. That means we still need to learning something. We need to still is progress, something yet not the ending of your development state. That is the state on the path. But when they finish completely freedom from all the obscurations and completely achievement state of omniscience, that is no more learning stages. That's Buddhahood. So the three, very ordinary, and as extraordinary, and completely of Buddhahood. There's three. So this all does not mean that the Buddha nature change something different. Does not mean that the nature, the reality mind and the essence of the luminosity mind is something is change. No, that's not. Since from born samsara until Buddhahood, its nature is unchangeable. The natural reality is same quality. Unborn nature, empty dharmata, and essence as luminosity, the clarity. That is always same way, continuously. But then what difference is only the obscurations different. So, for example, like the space, the empty space, empty sky empty, the empty sky, the space. Space is a space. Always is the unchangeable object. Always is the nature of space is undetectable object. So, but the space itself, nature itself, have no different level, no different qualities, even is there no different shape, beyond shape, beyond the size and the nature of space. But still you can measure how big this space, We can buy, we can sell, the space even. That means is depend to the materiality. So only that is, as your house you built one square, and then this space is a square space, we say. But space is not square, no round, there's no shape, but only the house, facts, and they're showing something, it's just illusorily, you can say. But the space nature is same. You build some square house or without house, but it's the same. The empty of a vase, the potter or something, the vase. If you broken, and still space is the same like before, or you with this, keep your hand and space is still same. They're no different. But you can say as the space of this vase, the golden vase space. You can say as the Aaron something, the vast space we can say, Only use different, but it's inside the space itself quality is same. So like similar, the Buddha nature, the quality is same. But depend each person or each realm beings are the obscurations different level. So therefore we can use different way, different categories. So that's the Buddha nature, how we need to understand, the reality. So in this way now, let's go something, the answer. So therefore in the Aryamatriya, the text there, himself he asked first, because the doubt first he bring what I'm talking now. Says Buddha and the second training way of Dharma Paranjana Paramita, that times he sends from ordinaries of the form, sound, smell, and up to a Buddha's omniscience mind, all is an unborn nature. And then again in the third training way of Dharma Buddha nature, that time says Buddha nature is existent, inherently something like this, great permanent or something. And then what is the point? He asked first one verse I just quote before, I quote already before. So the one verse. And then he himself again answer these questions, he says. So now I'm going a little bit to share you this answer. Because why important Buddha introduced to you the Buddha nature, So that means is semjim man like nibata. Yang tak manzen, yang tak chula dasha happy, yonga kondong la yopa de fan tetakton to song. Just I quote one verse with 4 lines from the root text. So the Beda Ayamatriya, the answer, his questions, the himself, because normal we're having some coming the doubt, therefore he first bring the doubt, and then he the explanations about this, from Buddha, the quote he quoted from Buddha's, of course, the sutra teachings, And then in brief, they have many reasons how important to explanation the Buddha nature, how important to be know the characteristics of the Buddha nature, and what is the problems if not. I mentioned you before briefly, but particularly in brief is this we can say there says from the text there says is the 5 reasons important to must be introduced the Buddha nature from the third wheel of the Dharma teaching that terms is important, must be Buddha explanations, the Buddha nature to providing to equally also introduce to us, the future, the followers, important to introducing Buddha nature, providing equally for all sentient beings mind. What is the 5 reasons, especially the 5 and brief, the 5 reasons? One is semjim. That means is semjim mala nibana. Semjim. So the semjim. That means is same is means mind or thought or mind, perception. Mind. Jim means is discourage, discourage, yeah, low confidence, as discourage, as a losing, as the heartened, heartless, heartened, yeah, heartened, something like this, yeah. So the reason, because if Buddha doesn't explanation Buddha nature pervading equally all sentient beings, and then it's some of the poor people, so the poor qualities generally, themselves, they recognize, oh, I'm very poor, I'm very weak, I'm very dullness person, I'm very ignorant person, I'm very weakness person, I cannot do, it's not possible, I cannot enlightenment, I cannot liberate, I cannot be Buddhahood, I cannot benefit to all sentient beings, it's not possible. I even have no power to benefit myself, so how could I can do benefit to other beings? Something like this kind of themselves, is very, very low, the energy, the confidence is, they have no enough strong of the confidence, So this means Semjimba is the mind, his heart is very disheartened, maybe you can say. Yeah, disheartened, very disheartened, so therefore, as Buddha need to have to explain to them, oh, that's you don't need worry, you don't need to run yourself like look this, because you are same quality me, as a Buddha. Buddha was also exactly same like you, very beginning, as there. But at the end also is you will be also same like me, it will be achievement, because you have the potential energy, Buddha nature is there, The Buddha nature quality I mentioned you before, I'm not repeating again, but you should be remember, primordially pure quality is there. So, and the only difference, you, Buddha and me, only difference is with the obscuration or without obscuration, that is only. So the obscuration is not the nature. So the quality is as a born nature. So you have the quality born nature is there. So the obscuration just circumstantially appears there. Sooner or later you could 100% sure you can separate, because that's temporary obscuration, not ultimate obscuration, So not the reality. So that is one the benefit, must be. That is one reason why Buddha should be introduced to sentient beings. Nature is as Buddha, Buddha nature. But that not for only just make carriage. That is not the point. It's true. It's actually reasonable. Logical. I mentioned you already the first day. The 4 reasons. You follow the reasoning of the depend to the result, and the reasoning depend to the functions of the consequence of the cause, and depend to the dharma, the essence of dharmata, and then the proof is coming. The last, the reason, the 4th, the reasoning of the proper establishing. So the proper establishings. So, and this you can understand logically, but important should be to know from these 3 or 4 reasoning to get the conviction and certainty, true certainty, Buddha nature pervading all sentient beings, and then coming your courage and confidence is there. It's different, than even other the qualified beings. So that is one reason. Semjim. They need to antidote for this, the wrong perception, messes there. The discourage, antidote to the discourage himself or herself. Semjim. And then this second, another another reason, not only that is the reason, but the another reason why he introduced have to Buddha nature pervading equally all sentient beings, because the opposite person. Opposite means that they feel I'm qualified. I'm very good. I'm the best one. I'm the richest. I'm the beautiful, or something. We have among people many almost. That's pride. Arrogance. The arrogance person. The pride one. This is negative emotion. That's not logical. So this courage, the pride, such pride or such of the arrogance have no logic and no reason. These arrogance, that of the negative emotion, arrogant, the negative emotion and the pride is born from wrong perception, misunderstanding. Actually, we need courage, we need self-confidence, but this self-confidence and self-courage is not the same. This is to the pride and the arrogance. The pride and arrogance born from ignorance, misunderstanding, and courage and self-confidence is born from logic, from reasoning. So therefore, this person with the very arrogance or the pride person is then looking down other people, then look insult to other people, very disrespect to other people. So this is the problem. Because if always they disrespect to others, and then they have no chance to liberation, they have no chance to learning such of so very important things. They have many things they're losing the way for liberation, for God. But even though they have no way to reborn higher fortune realm again, because they have this the pride, arrogance leading into the wrong path, wrong view. So the very danger,